Tonight on Blitz 16, presented by Bank Plus, Boca Chitta Chitta, Boca Chitta. Back to Lincoln County, where the Bobcats face their toughest test of the season when the Tribe rolls into town. Could Pelahatchie knock off the top team in 1A? Then, no one said the road to Jackson was easy. Brandon down in Hump City, where only 2 weeks ago they knocked off Hattiesburg. Would the Tigers get revenge, or is Brandon alive at Strickland Field next week? And welcome to the jungle. It's our Sonic game of the week for the 4th time in 15 months. Madison versus Olive Branch. Did the Jags finally figure out OB and conquer the Conquistadors? We traveled 872 miles in the last 3 hours, so you know we take Friday night serious, and you do too, because
you're in Indian country. Coach just called in the Blitz.
Live. Let's go. From the 16 WAPT studio. It's Friday night. And this is Blitz 16.
Week 14 of Blitz 16, presented by Bank Plus. I'm Aslan Hodges.
And I'm Ray Coleman. 13 area teams remain standing in the playoffs. We'll show you 11 of them in action, including a trip down to the Hump City to see if the Brandon Bulldogs can make it to the South State Finals for the first time in a decade.
Long time. Tonight's number, 872. You heard it. That's the amount of miles that we traveled tonight to put this all together. Tonight's other number, 4, as in Madison's average margin of defeat at the hands of Olive Branch in their last 3 games versus the Conquistadors. Could the Jags finally conquer OB? Let's head to the jungle now. Have no fear. The man who's kept you safe for 26 years has us covered.
Oh, baby, we got a game because Madison Central has not beaten Olive Branch in 3 tries. But when you go across the field, they say, we got this. It is the Blitz 16 game of the week.
They're going to move around because they can't stop nothing, okay?
Well, from the get-go, it's clear. Madison Central has a plan, and it is defense. Big-time defense. Try as they may, try as they might, Olive Branch can do nothing in the first half. By air, nothing. And look at that defensive line by Madison Central. They stop the run cold right up the middle. It takes until 1 minute before halftime before Olive Branch can even cross the 50-yard line. The mighty Jaguar D was big all first half. Meanwhile, that big first defensive stand led to this 22-yard field goal by Patrick Raheem. 3-0 Jaguars early. More defense gives the Jags the ball later in the second quarter. A couple nifty passes to Keith Williams on the sideline moved the Jaguars down the field. Boy, those are some nice catches. And then Daniel Goodspeed breaks loose and goes 19 yards right up the middle for a touchdown. 10-0 Jaguars. And it's a big pass to Kevin Williams up the middle late in the second quarter. And that sets up the final score of the first half. Another Raheem field goal. 13-0 Jaguars after the first half. Oh, yeah, that's me on the sideline. I wanted a pom-pom. I'm rooting for the Jaguars. Let's see what happens in the second half. Hey, who's going to win this game?
We are.
All right, go Jaguars. And that's how Madison Central's playing defense in the second half. Brian Ballard. Oh, what a hit that was. Well, with all the defense, it was just one big mistake that led to this 68-yard touchdown pass. And Olive Branch is back in the game. They're down 13-6. But how does a tough team answer a mistake? With a score. Madison Central right down the field. That's Keith Williams again. Nice catch. And the quarterback sneak for the touchdown. Madison Central, well-balanced offense and defense, was big in this win tonight. And how does Coach Hall feel about this win?
Oh, I feel pretty good right now. We really didn't play that great. I'm a little disappointed in the penalties. But, boy, we played hard. And we got a good football team. I'm proud of my guys.
It means so much. We got past the big step in the road, and we just got to see what we can do in the rest of the playoffs.
No doubt about it. The Jags were ready to play, and they're going to be ready next week. Big ball game. It is the North State Final for the Blitz 16 Game of the Week. I'm David Hart.
Thank you, sir. And don't worry, Northwest Rankin fans, he's still got that Cougar blood in him. For the 5th year in a row, Madison Central, you heard the man. They advanced to the state semifinals, a.k.a. the North State Finals, after a 27-6 win. South Panola heads to the jungle next week with the trip to Jackson on the line. Now then, another team with high hopes for Jackson, the 13-0 Hazelhurst Indians. Head coach Randall Montgomery re-energizing an entire program, school, and city after last season's trip to the state championship game. 2 more